Hello and welcome to the cafe. It's ECKSTEIN, Soldiers Empowerment Cafe TV, here at Focus TV, Springfield, Massachusetts. Massachusetts, I said that all funny. Springfield, Massachusetts. Channel 12, Channel 15, and Channel 17. If you don't have that, you can go on ustream.tv and look us up, and you can also go on YouTube and look us up. That's simple. Yeah. And we do have two emails, which I will hello, which I will show to you throughout the show. Okay, today we have an excellent lineup for you. I know you can't wait, and I'm not gonna tell you who they're gonna be. I'm just gonna let the camera roll, and you will see. Okay, we'll be right back. Hang in there. Keep watching. Cafe time. Get your coffee, girl. Welcome back to ECKSTEIN Soldiers Empowerment Cafe TV. And we have much more coming up for you, so please stay tuned. Going to give you some more information on our CD volumes and the upcoming awards for that. And we're also going to feature a spotlight artist. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Keep watching. Time's a wasting. Don't forget, February is National Go Red Month for Go Red for Women. We wear red on February 5th. And if you can, wear red as much as you can throughout the month and get a red dress pin by going to heart.org and signing up just to be a member and be informed and read up all about it. And you can also join on in to become an advocate by signing off on petitions on in the Take Action Center on that website, which is www.heart.org. You can be an advocate, you can take action and just fill out a little bit of information, and letters get automatically sent off with you having signed a petition to fight to keep the nutrition healthy in school for kids, to fight for laws that help us keep our medical needs met in regards to cardiology and heart problems, because a lot of the law changes with the Healthcare Reform Acts have not included, they have not included, they've excluded actually certain things that get covered with certain insurances. So we are fighting up against those things constantly, and we need your help. And yes, I am a big advocate, spokeswoman, and leading lady of Go Red for Women. So I would appreciate it if you get involved. I myself am a heart disease survivor with a pacemaker. Bet you didn't know that, did you? And I'm still ticking and clicking. I'm here today just like the Tin Man got it going on. The Energizer Bunny is not gonna stop me. I mean, he's gonna keep me going. Anyway, do it for you, do it for your loved ones. Take care of your heart, okay? And we'll be right back.
Hello and welcome to 60-Second Facts on Black History Month. Let's get started. Black History Month began as Negro History Week, which was created in 1926 by Carter G. Woodson. It didn't become a month-long celebration until 1976. Jack Johnson became the first African-American man to hold the World Heavyweight Champion boxing title in 1908. He held on to the belt until 1915, when Jess Willard took the title. John Mercer Langston was the first black man to become a lawyer in Ohio when he passed the bar in 1854. And George Washington Carver developed 300 derivative products from peanuts, among them cheese, milk, coffee, flour, ink, dyes, plastic, wood stain, soap, linoleum, medicinal oils, and cosmetics. February was chosen as the month to observe Black history because it's the birth month of abolitionist and writer Frederick Douglass and President Abraham Lincoln. Because of the widespread interest in Black history, during the civil rights movement in the South, some schools incorporated Black history into the curriculum, with the hope of starting an intellectual movement that would advance social change. On the other hand, actor Morgan Freeman says a month dedicated to Black history is ridiculous. In a 2005 interview on 60 Minutes, Freeman said, and I quote, "You're going to relegate my history to a month? I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history." And last but not least, countries around the world, including Canada and the United Kingdom, also devote a month to celebrating Black history. That was it for this episode. If you liked this video, please click the like button and subscribe to keep up to date with your 60-second facts. And also don't forget to leave a suggestion for the next video in the comments below. This was Chris for 60-second facts. Let me know if you like my voice for the next videos, and, well...
Here today, welcome to the cafe. We have a great lineup for you with wonderful features and stories and things happening and information and music, of course. So stay tuned. Get comfy, get your coffee on, sit back, relax, and join us in the cafe. ECKSTEIN Soldiers Empowerment Cafe TV, and we'll be right back.
What is jazz? Well, jazz is the first truly American music, a music that sings and swings, a music that this man, Jelly Roll Morton, claimed to have invented. Well, he did have the first published piece of jazz music, but as to whether or not he invented jazz, well, let's just take a listen to jazz pianist, the great Jelly Roll Morton. From its beginnings with Jelly Roll Morton in New Orleans, jazz became a truly American music, and piano players like Errol Garner led the way. Look at all this fancy playing, you'd never know that Garner taught himself to play the piano. As jazz entered its cool period, pianists again led the way. Thelonious Monk had a style unlike anyone else's, jumping around the keyboard, and times he would even stop playing, get up, and dance while his band played on. Jazz has been around for over 100 years, but it stays alive because jazz players never stop improvising. Great jazz pianists like Jason Moran here bring rock and blues and funk grooves into their jazz piano playing.
At 84, Harry Belafonte has already lived several lives as an actor, a television personality, a movie star, and as a high-profile civil rights activist.
I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop.
His singing shaped a musical consciousness for generations of Americans.
Bring me little water, Sylvie.
From traditional folk music and spirituals to Caribbean calypso and protest songs. And his activism took him to the front lines of the civil rights movement, marching with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., lobbying for the release of an imprisoned Nelson Mandela, and joining other stars to raise money to ease famine in Africa. He has now written it all down in My Song. I sat down with him recently at the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History. Harry Belafonte, thank you for talking with us.
I'm so tickled to be here.
You define yourself as an actor and a singer and an activist. Put those in order for us.
I was an activist who became an artist. And my activism really started the day of my birth. Born from immigrant parents in New York City. My mother was overwhelmed by America. She came here with hopes and ambitions that were never fulfilled. And she was bringing children into the world at an age that was much too young. And although she stayed the course and treated us with great dignity and care, it overwhelmed her. And she took us back to the West Indies to have us raised by the village and the family that she grew up in. And in 1939, I came back, and during that time there was a lot of talk about white supremacy and Hitler and democracy, and America was mobilizing for this great campaign, and the whole world was caught up in it. And then we were listening to people like Paul Robeson and Dr. Du Bois and others speaking about the black relationship to this world struggle. And I was just filled with the stuff in our community. So it was nothing to walk down the street any day and see Robeson or Joe Louis or Dr. Du Bois in Harlem. So our role models were always there. And by the time I came up on the idea of being an artist, I brought with me this mission of activism. And what attracted me to the arts was the fact that I saw theater as a social force, as a political force. I kind of felt that art was a powerful tool, and that's what I should be doing with mine.
Your options could have been jazz and pop. You know, you were bigger than Elvis at one point, people forget. But instead you chose world music and calypso and folk songs, protest music. Did you consciously choose that?
I eventually consciously chose it because since I didn't sound like Ella Fitzgerald and didn't have anywhere near her musical impeccability, and listening to her do pop music and do jazz was the quintessential goal for any artist. And I looked at her and I said, you know, I'm really in the wrong end of this business.
How did you get to know Martin Luther King Jr., and how did that relationship progress?
Dr. King called me, and he said that he'd heard about me and that he heard that I was an artist with a deep sense of social commitment, and that he wanted to talk to me because he was trying to recruit forces to help him on this mission that was overwhelming him. He said, I have this charge, I have this responsibility. I'm not quite sure I know where I'm going or how I'm going to handle it. But I do know one thing. I need to do it in the context of friends and people around me who could help us move this monster along the highway of life. And as we spoke, sitting down in the basement of the Abyssinia Baptist Church in Harlem, I listened to him and I was deeply moved by what he had to say. I knew at the end of our meeting that I would be in his service.
Does he have a legacy that survives now in 2011?
I believe there's no question about that. And I think that when you go to North Africa and you see what's going on, you'd be amazed how many of the young people talk about Dr. King, talk about nonviolence, what Americans did. And the fact that nonviolence is central to all these current upheavals, including here in the United States, one can say that the legacy did not die.
In your life, you have bonded with world leaders who are considered hostile to the United States, including Fidel Castro and Hugo Chavez. And I wonder whether that, in retrospect, has helped or hurt your cause.
I would rather have done without the flack, but knowing what my mission has been and how I feel, I am not sorry that I have met any of these men, that we've had exchanges and encounters. I don't approve of everything they've ever done, but I think talking to them is the best thing we could do and should do. I think we have a failed foreign policy, and any private citizen who can evoke his rights to go out and talk and try to maintain some equilibrium with peoples who have really done us no harm. Although I've taken a lot of heat for what I've said. I said everything that I did consciously. I expected heat. It kind of gave me a platform to speak about things that nobody wanted to talk about. And I'm very proud that I did those things. And I think in the end, most of the people who are demonized as communists and anti-Americans, one of them being Dr. King, we now have a holiday. When I worked with Nelson Mandela in his earliest years in prison and working with the ANC and the liberation of South Africa, he was considered one of the great terrorists of the world. So my company hasn't been all that bad. I think those who anointed me as being villainous and not a patriot, I think they have to go back and examine history again.
The book is my song. I want to end this by reading to you something you wrote at the end of the book. You said, "I was a good singer, but I wasn't the best. And I'd known that from the start. I'd had to rely on my acting. And in the end, I could make a case that I was the greatest actor in the world. I'd convinced everyone I could sing." Was that a trick? Did you just convince us you could sing?
No, because the first time I ever started singing for the public was in a play written by John Steinbeck called Of Mice and Men, and they had a character that was the balladeer, and he sang the songs of the period, which was the Dust Bowl and the Great Depression. Here I was singing Lead Belly and Woody Guthrie, but as an actor, not looking to life as a singing in the career. And then when I decided to get back to singing, or to take it on as my goal, I remembered everything that I did as an actor. And every song I've ever approached, I approached from the drama, what was inherent in the lyrics and how it impact upon the audience emotionally. And the Banana Boat, I came from the Caribbean, Deo, which was the biggest song ever in the world. If you don't believe me, just ask any game at the Yankee Stadium and see what the fans have to say. But here was a song about struggle, about black people in a colonized life, doing the most grueling work. And I took that song and honed it into an anthem that the world loved. And Paul Robeson once said to me when he heard me in my earliest years, said, "Get them to sing your song and they'll want to know who you are." And I woke up one day and the whole world was singing Banana Boat, and I really didn't understand how powerful I was until I stood before an audience of 50,000 Japanese trying to sing Deo. And I just said, yay, I've arrived.
Well, I would say you managed over the years to sing your song. Harry Belafonte, thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much.
So glad you joined us today in the cafe. It was an extremely wonderful, 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 wonderful episode.
Baby, you're really something. I'm tripping off your loving. Tell me how you do that. Saw the tides of love come and go, but this time I know for sure, 'cause you got me. You got me in the morning and by candlelight. You got me without warning. You got me. You got me. You got me in the morning morning and by candlelight. You got me without warning. You got me, you got me. Baby, 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 tell me what you're thinking. I hope it's what I'm feeling. Hey, hey, tell me how you do that. Let my guard down, let you win. And this time I am winning, 'cause you got me. You got me in the morning and by candlelight. You got me without warning. You got me, you got me. You got me in the morning and by candlelight. You got me without warning. You got me, you got me. Yeah, you got me, baby. I know it sounds crazy. It didn't take me a long time to figure you out, boo. You're so fine. I wasn't looking for this, but I know I'd miss this chance to kiss you. Can I convince you? Say I'm yours forever. And oh yeah, I surrender. You got me in the morning and by candlelight. You got me without warning. You got me, you got me. You got me in the morning and by candlelight. You got me without warning. You got me, you got me. You got me in the morning and by candlelight. You got me without warning. You got me, you got me. You got me in the morning. You got me in the morning and by candlelight. You got me candlelight. You got me without warning. You got la 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 la.
It's on the Nikki Clarke Show, and you can catch past.com. See you then.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful episode. And we have so much more to come. It's too bad we can't cover even longer episodes on Black History Month, because Black History Month is very important. But the series is going to end because, you know, we have the next month coming with all these other upcoming events and things that we have to cover for that too. And exciting things that are going to be happening, and you know, it just seems like the time is flying by, but I like it like that, you know, because if things move at a slow pace, then life gets dull, and who wants that? So anyway, we'll see you again in the cafe. Keep on tuning in. This is TC Eckstein, vocalise of TC Eckstein Soldiers Empowerment Cafe TV. We love it when you come in the cafe with us and join us. Keep your eye out for more on our artists, on our affiliates, co-producers, other film directors and editors that are going to be showing their stuff here on the web, on the TV show. They, you know, I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, but all the people that are involved in this TV show, the main staff, are all recording artists, and they've done. Some are authors, some are spoken word people, some are recording artists that do hip hop. But we're growing with these artists that are top-notch people, and from time to time you're going to see them and their material, and they're going to, you know, be on the show talking to you as well, not just TC. And and aside from that, you are going to meet all kinds of new people that we'll have down in the studio that we have sit-down interviews with and learn more about them and what's going on with them in their life.
Welcome back to TC Eckstein Soldiers Empowerment Cafe. I want to talk to you about the Soldiers Empowerment Project, which I'm very proud to be a part of. The project initially started with us artists, spoken word artists and jazz artists and gospel artists wanting to contribute to an album solely helping out the unfortunate, the homeless. And what I learned, I watched this documentary on Netflix, and I learned, and I didn't know this, majority of the homeless are mentally ill. They have mental illnesses. So, and there's others who aren't mentally ill. But this project was to inspire. Do inspiring songs, do inspiring pieces, contributing to this cause that will be a cause we will keep fighting for. And the proceeds of this, the sales for this album will go to the homeless, go to the homeless shelters to help people who are homeless. So I'm very proud to be a part of it. If you are very interested in being a part of it, you can send in your bio, a few pictures of yourself, recent pictures of yourself at enlistedsoldiersproject@gmail.com. One more time, that's enlistedsoldiersproject@gmail.com. You can send in your bio, very brief bio, a few recent pictures of yourself, good pictures, and you can send in a track. It has to be clean, no profanity, no sexual content. And you can send this to enlistedsoldiersproject@gmail.com.
So music-wise, people that are important, people that are doing wonderful, wonderful things in the community and globally, and just networking, socializing, you know, being empowered and inspired. Come on back and get your coffee bump on in the cafe, which bumps you up with empowerment and inspiration. That's what we're here for. That's what we want to give you. A cup of inspiration and empowerment here in the cafe. And until the next time we see ya, God bless you. Be safe. Take care of your health, family, and love the Lord. Bye-bye. Peace out. Wasn't that a wonderful episode? That was a great episode. Thank you for tuning in today, and we look forward to having you back with us to share in a cup of java or tea or whatever it is that you drink, and a cup of inspirement. Bleh. Of empowerment and a cup of inspiration also will be in your cup and ours both. So let's share it with each other. Join us on the cafe Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. If you're in Springfield, Mass, and you have Focus TV channels 12, 15, and 17. If not, jump on Ustream.tv online and check us out. ECKSTEIN Soldiers Empowerment Cafe TV, or the empowerment part might be just cut down to EMP. And you can also find us at TCXstein Cafe TV, TCXstein Sings, or TCXstein Soldiers Empowerment Cafe on YouTube. Be sure and come back. We look forward to hearing from you, and we look forward to bringing you more great stuff. God bless you, over and out. Bye now. Welcome to the episode today of TCXstein Soldiers Empowerment Cafe TV. I'm TCXstein vocalist, your host. Hello. I'm TCXstein vocalist, your host, TV show host, and musician. And we have many future... Hello. And we have some great features. What? We have some... I'm sorry. Today we have a great lineup of you know what, just forget that. I'm not going there, okay?